The start of a new year brings with it a renewed sense of motivation and wanting to make positive changes in our lives. For many of us, this comes in the form of New Year's resolutions. But while New Year's resolutions can be a great way to kickstart us on the path of self-improvement, they're not the only way. And for many of us, they may not even be the best way. Even though the intentions behind them are good, they often fail because they are way too broad, unrealistic, and not properly planned. So today we're going to talk about the difference between New Year's resolutions and goal setting, and how a structured approach to goal setting can help us achieve our goals in a more effective way. First, let's take a look at New Year's resolutions. These are generally promises that we make to ourselves at the start of a new year. Things like losing weight, getting into shape, quitting smoking, or saving money. While the intentions behind them are good, they often fall away as the year goes on. There are actually a few reasons for this. One of them is that many New Year's resolutions are vague and unspecific. We may say that we want to lose weight or get in shape, but not have a clear plan for how we're actually going to do it. This makes it easy for us to lose motivation and give up when things get tough along the journey. Another issue with New Year's resolutions is that they are often focused on the end result, the goal, rather than the steps that we need to take to get there. We might have a great idea on a project that we want to complete, but without a proper plan on how we're going to do it, it's easy to become overwhelmed and give up. This is where goal setting comes in. Unlike New Year's resolutions, goal setting is a structured and systematic approach to achieving our goals. It involves breaking our goals down into smaller, more manageable steps and setting specific actionable targets for each of these steps. Now, this speaks to a well-known goal-setting method called the SMART Goals Framework, which we'll discuss in 3 parts. First, the goal has to be specific and measurable. For example, instead of setting a broad resolution to lose weight, we might want to set a specific target weight that we want to achieve and a timeline for achieving it. So the goal might start off as to lose 5 kilograms in 3 months. Afterwards, we'd need to zoom into some of the specifics or set smaller goals along the way, such as going to the gym 5 times a week or cutting out junk food. By breaking the goal down into smaller steps, we can make it more manageable and less overwhelming. Second, the goal has to be achievable and relevant. This means that our goals should be realistic and achievable given our current circumstances and align with our values of what's important to us. We need to remember that our goals are based on our current abilities and resources, and that they take into account the obstacles and challenges that we may face along the way. We might say we want to go to the gym 5 times a week, but realize that life happens. Something really important might come up that clashes with our gym time slot. So to be more realistic, we might need to adjust our goal to going to the gym 3 times a week, which is generally a good average frequency. This builds in some buffer for when life actually happens and keeps us going. If our top priority is spending more time with our family, setting a goal to spend more time with them would be relevant to our overall goals and values in life. Greg McKeown, in his book Essentialism, The Disciplined Pursuit of Less, writes, "The word priority came into the English language in the 1400s. It was singular. It meant the very first and prior thing. It stayed singular for the next 500 years. Only in the 1900s did we pluralize the term and start talking about priorities." These words have stuck with me since the day I first read them, because it's important to be realistic and to prioritize rather than try to do too much too quickly, as this may lead to burnout and frustration. Third, the goal has to be time-bound. This means that our goals should have a specific time frame for when we want to achieve them. The key aspect here is accountability. One really good way to do this is to share your goals with someone who cares about you, like a friend or a family member. This can provide support and encouragement and can help keep us accountable. You can also use tools like a journal, a planner, or a to-do list to help you stay organized and on track. So if you're looking to make positive changes in your life in the upcoming year, consider adopting a goal-setting approach instead of relying on New Year's resolutions or making grand promises to yourself. By setting clear, actionable goals and holding yourself accountable to achieving them, you'll be more likely to succeed and well on your way to achieving your dreams. Remember that achieving our goals is a process and it takes time. We need to be patient and not get discouraged when we hit a bump on the road or don't see immediate progress, especially during our time of instant gratification. We have to keep working towards our goal and remember to celebrate the successes along the way. Happy goal setting and see you soon.